Hello everyone, and welcome back to the remake of Paper Mario and the Thousand-Year Door. Oh, I am so happy that I had today off work because of the holiday for us in America, so I get to stream this one again, and oh man. So far it has been so good, because it's just been really cool to kind of see, like, for those who don't know, they've actually gone out of their way to kind of stick a little closer to a lot of the things and a lot of the dialogues as it was in the original Japanese version from 2004. So, like, anyone who missed last time, the badge I got in the first dungeon's not a cricket noise anymore, it's a frog. My voice is low? Okay, let me fix that. Okay, hold on, maybe my micro... Oh, fuck. I did not see that there. Shit. Yes, hold on. I'll fix that later. Okay, my voice is low. Let me... How's that? Is that better? Okay. Okay, anyway, let's see, Mario Crystal Star, but we didn't find a... Yeah, you're right, Oh. Email. Oh, okay, now we're opening... Okay, that's odd. I think that's just rather strange that we didn't pull out our email device last time we used it, but we are now. I will say that's less obviously a DS, but fuck it, I'm still gonna say it's a DS. I'm a teacher Mario Center, I hope that it reaches you safely. Being held against my will, go figure. It's some strange place. I don't know where. I remained unharmed and in relative comfort. Well, I mean, yeah. Because, you know, if you were actually being miserable or tortured or whatever, if you were being held captive, that might get this game a higher rate. That might get the Mario franchise a higher rating. This may help me use the flying object they call the Crystal Stars. I don't know what they were planning, but I have a feeling it isn't anything positive. It never is. You may be aware that you have the map, so please be very careful. And whose fault is that they know I have the map? Like, we actually know that this is your fault because you name-dropped Mario when you were in the presence of the boss of the... I don't remember his name. Sorry, he's not an interesting character. Yeah, we're definitely heading back to Rogueport because I still feel bad that I forgot to read Luigi's Diary in my stream of the first game. But they have a new variation of Luigi's Diary in this game, and it is hilarious. And quite frankly, I'm like, hey guys, could you make Paper Luigi and the compass, whatever the fuck he's looking for? It's... Just trust me, you'll see. It is side-splitting hilarious what Luigi gets up to in this game while Mario's on this adventure. Oh. That's my fault. But man, this game looks so good. I mean, it looked amazing, you know, 20 years ago on the GameCube, but they really took advantage of what, you know, modern, you know, what a freaking HDMI cable versus... Right, oh wait, yeah, I can shortcut this now. Wait, what? Go through the hole, you loser. We didn't get cursed by an eldritch abomination to be able to turn sideways for nothing, Mario. Oh, we can also go through here now. Maybe. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to... So, I won't be able to get that until I get Vivian in the party. since she'll allow me to, words. Allow me to hide in shadows. Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's not what I meant to do, Coops. It's time for us to take to the sky. Look back from high above. And just the folding animations for when Mario goes in to the airplane like that are also just so smooth. Give me the Shine Sprite. Thank you. Okay. Yes, I know the 1,000-year door is right there. I just want to see what's over here, because... Oh! Okay, the Pit of 100 Trials. So, this is kind of what I was mentioning last time about how, like, I, for the longest time, thought, like, some of the best badges in the game that were in the first game were completely absent from this one. Like, the Zap Tap and I think the Peekaboo. And that's because they're in there. Because I don't need to have Goombella out to use her Tattle ability. That's kind of nice. I mean, granted, I never found Tattle all that useful. Mostly just because... Okay, that's cool that both my companions are out for this. Because, yeah, before you just had the one... Please tell me, like, all my companions periodically just start joining me around the board, because I would greatly appreciate that. And then, yeah, so the Crystal Star takes its place there, and then every time we get a new Crystal Star, it kind of, you know, starts filling out the 1,000-year door, and then... Okay, let's see what the animation looks like for this. As like I said, I love this idea as a way of progression, but it's also because I don't remember, I don't think in the original, oh, that's cool that in, like I said, I still do like how it was in the original just as much, but I like that the new areas are folding out like a pop-up book. Again, taking better advantage of the whole we're made of paper. Like I said, I really don't remember the original game having parts of the map in black and white and then only getting colored in when we get the new information on the Crystal Star. I remember it all being in color and just the structures we needed to go to would be added to the map. So, again, if I'm wrong about that, my apologies. I'm a fake fan. I've clearly haven't played my second favorite game as much as I claim I have, but still, it's... I can't say I prefer this to the original, but I like it just as well. Because both have an overwhelming... You know, I could probably beat you now. Yes, don't give yourself an aneurysm, my man. Yep, crystal's clear. Bad pun. Shame on you. It's in Boogly Woogs. Oogie Boogie. Let's see. Paper aesthetic is adorable. I like it a lot. I agree. I mean, that's why, regardless of how meh the franchise goes after this game, it's always got a great, like, Color Splash and Origami King. Probably the two best Paper Mario games after this one, and after the first two. Yeah, I do not think I will ever really like Super Paper Mario that much. Fight me. Yeah, it's just, the aesthetic is always on point. And, you know, I really like that they made sure to make the colors of this game much more in line with how Origami King was on modern hardware. But, like, so, for those, just to kind of reiterate, for those who missed the last stream, I'm going to marathon all the Paper Mario games, now that I can. Well, with the exception of Sticker Star, since Sticker Star is the only handheld Paper Mario game. I'm not counting the Paper Jam crossover with Mario and Luigi. But because that one's on a handheld, I can't stream that one. which is fine because that one seems to be the least liked out of all the Paper Mario games. I can't comment on that. I've never played it. But yeah, so once I'm done with this, I'm going to do Super Paper Mario, pray for me. Then I'm going to do Color Splash and then finish with Origami King, and then well, I'm not sure what I'm going to play next after that. I'm not thinking that far ahead. Because I got to get through this game, and it's godlike. It's good. Oh, there he is. Okay, no, let's, DMar, thank you for shopping at Toad Bros Bazaar. We're waiting to let you know. Contact, okay, good. Yeah, cool. Hey, Luigi. Hey, big bro, fancy meeting you here. What a coinky-dink. What am I up to? Well, bro, I'm on an adventure. I have to rescue Princess Eclair of the Waffle Kingdom. Yeah, it's a bad scene, all right, but she's been kidnapped by the evil Chestnut King. I'm not gonna lie, just with all the dessert names. So, yes, Luigi is going on his own adventure alongside us. Part of me is like, it'd be funny if he teamed up with Wario for this, since some of Wario's games also had food. A lot of food themes. Let's see. Do not like Mario franchise at all. Never been interested and wanted to play except for Paper Mario. It's an RPG, my favorite genre, and it's fun. I don't like Mario. I don't like Mario. I don't like okay, let me phrase that. I don't like the mainline Mario games. I like Mario Kart. I like Mario Party. I like Mario Tennis. Some of them. Paper Mario is the only pillar of the Mario franchise that I actually love. Because, like, I like the other things, but, like, Mario Kart, I like it. I think Crash Team Racing's more fun. Paper Mario is fine, but you got to get the right group for that. I can unironically say that the Paper Mario games, at least the first two, are some of my favorite games of all time, have some of my favorite gameplay of all time, and I hate being that Paper Mario elitist. I really wish the Paper Mario franchise would swing back to this. That's why I actually really liked the game Bug Fables up until the final level. And then I kickstarted another game that was meant to, I don't remember its name off the top of my head, otherwise I'd name drop it. But it's like, I think it's like Alex something or something, I don't know. Because it's meant to be trying to also recapture this old gameplay. Because, I mean, even in Super Paper Mario, I really don't like the gameplay in that. It's got one of the hardest stories you'll ever see in a Mario. Like, that game goes hard. Origami King. The story is... Not Origami King. Color Splash. The story is not great, and I have a lot of issues with the gameplay. That game is funny. Like, that game is side-splittingly funny. Origami King. It actually is not bad. I don't think it's as good, but it has more things I can compliment about it than criticize. Especially if you look at it just in a bubble without comparing it to the past game. So, I'm actually looking forward to revisiting Origami King in particular. Anyway, yeah, it's a bad scene, alright. He's been kidnapped by the evil Chestnut King. You gotta know, I met with some Waffle Kingdom cabinet members the other day. It was pretty intense, bro. Want to hear about it? It's a long story. It's like in the first game we can read Luigi's diary. Like, we could have read Luigi's diary and there'd be a new entry at the end after we complete each chapter. Instead, Luigi has stories he can tell us of his own adventure. And quite frankly, intelligence system, give us Paper Luigi, damn it. I want to play this. I want to play this adventure. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here it goes. My big brother, that's you, bro, got a letter from Princess Peach and took off. Left behind, as usual, I was cooking a snack at home when another letter arrived. We didn't get so much mail, so I was thinking, this is what the letter said. Sirs, my name is Crepe. I'm a cabinet minister of the far-off Waffle Kingdom. My land's been attacked by the Chestnut King, who took our Princess Eclair. I ask, nay, beg for your assistance. The Waffle Kingdom needs your skill. Princess Peach, Showtime, another one I would play, seeing the Princess Kick-Ass. Princess Knight still made me cackle. I could agree. You know what? So, I actually beat... So, Princess Peach Showtime, it's a short game. It's very much meant to be the little kid's first action game. And quite frankly, it excelled at that. It's just, I admit... I would have liked a little more complexity to it, but I still really liked it. I would recommend that game to anyone who's a fan of Peach. Baker says, Wild Kingdom needs your skills. I humbly accept you prompt response, sirs. Sincerely, Crepe. Well, I don't remember it exactly, but I think I went something like that. With Mario, that's you, bro, gone, it felt like It fell to me to answer this plea. Hesitating only a teensy bit, I headed to the Waffle Kingdom to investigate. Oh no, first I wrote a note to myself about what I was cooking, then I left. Once I reached the Waffle Kingdom, I met Minister Crepes who filled me in. The Chestnut King had kidnapped Princess Eclair and vanished. Apparently though, some oracle said the Marvelous Compass could locate her. That's it, let's give me Paper Luigi and the Marvelous Compass. This Marvelous Compass can be broken into 7 parts by an ancient curse. And those parts had been scattered across the land. Can you believe it, bro? Each part of the Marvelous Compass was said to point to the next. And since one of the parts was embedded in the tiara worn by the princess, I summarized that once I collected all the parts, I'd find her. Smart, huh? Aye, you're sleeping through his... Yes, that's a running joke in the Paper Mario series, that when a character emphasizes they have a long story, the joke is that Mario and his companions end up falling asleep. So, if it's any consolation, Luigi's not the only one they fall asleep on. Like, they fell asleep on several characters in the first game. Mr. gave me the compass gave me the compass base spoken of in Waffle Fables. When it activated, the entire thing lit right up, indicating the deep south. It's pointing towards Rumblebum Volcano on the Pudding Continent. So yeah, here I am. I'm sailing out of Roguesport for Rumblebum Volcano. It's probably gonna be pretty dangerous, but I gotta rescue the princess. Want to hear about something else? Yeah. Yeah, no. So, admittedly, that probably didn't sound all that funny. But just trust me, Luigi's stories get more and more ridiculous as each chapter passes. Alright, we need... Okay, I'm going to upgrade Koops first. Just because, yeah, he can't jump on anyone or can't hit flying enemies like Goombella can. But if I upgrade him, he might be able to hit damage enemies with higher defense, you know. Luigi shouldn't be so much of a joke all the time. He has more the interesting games. Well, that's because he has a personality. Hey, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of Mario as a character. And it's like, I'm a bit more okay with him being bland in an RPG, since RPGs are meant to be more immersive than a platformer. I mean, granted, not so much in this one, per se, but, what's what I'm looking for? In a more colorful 3D platformer, it's like, give me a character who's got a lot of fun and wild quirks, you know? It's like, that's why I like Crash as a platformer mascot. He's wild and zany and just makes, you know, being there a good, or, you know, an outright, just a good time. Or, Ukulele. I know Banjo-Kazooie have more personality than Ukulele, but I haven't played Banjo-Kazooie. So I'm just going to talk about the platforming mascots I really like, so. Okay, if I end up being unable to take you, then shame on me. Okay, let's see if I can still do this in this game as well as I did in the old. Not bad. Not bad at all. That's the reason I don't like Legend of Zelda games. I feel so bored with blank. See, I don't agree. I don't feel comparing Link to colorful, zany platformer protagonist is fair because he's filling a different niche. It's like, platformer characters can be a bit more colorful because it fits the world they're in. Shit. Link is meant to be a much more grounded character, so he's meant to be a bit more reserved. Sorry, hold on. Again, I'm not saying you're wrong to dislike it. I'm just saying it's why I don't think it's fair to judge Link compared to characters like Crash, Ukulele, and whatnot, because they exist in a different genre. Ergo, the rules they kind of need to adhere to mesh into their world are a little different. That's right. There's a lot more. There's way more fourth wall breaks in this game than there was in the first one. All right, let's take a look. See. Nope. Can't get into that one. Okay, so I mentioned in the last stream. Hey, buddy. Yep. Yeah, no thanks. So, if anyone remembers, I mentioned the last game that's like, I'm not comparing Link to anyone. Just... Well, the thing is, Link really isn't strictly a blank protagonist as the games go on. It's like, he was in the older games because he was meant to be a blank slate you could insert yourself in, but... Yeah. Anyway, what was the word I was looking for? This is what I was talking about in the last stream with Ms. Mouse. That's what I'm looking for. These are request boards. They're good. They're a good way to get some extra cash if you need to. Plus, this is kind of this game's side quest system. As I don't remember at what point it becomes available. I want to say it's after we recruit the final main story companion. I think it's after we recruit Bobberdy. There'll be a what's what I'm looking for? There'll be a request from someone in question marks. If you do that request, that's how you unlock Ms. Mouse as a companion. I don't want to do any of them at the moment because I do want to kind of get on with the story. We can, let's see, he's not every game I've seen the Breath of the Wild game. He does have some more character though. The Wind Waker, that's 3 out of many games. See, ironically, Link, I think Link only kind of fails as a protagonist in Twilight Princess, and that's because there's a kind of a long tirade I have about Link in Twilight Princess that I won't subject you to here. But what it ultimately boils down to is that's a game that feels like they were trying to live up. They were basically just trying to recreate. Yeah, I know. I'm just here to buy the contact lens. That they were trying to just recreate the magic that was Ocarina of Time. Yeah, I get that. Can I? No, I don't want an explanation. I just want to buy the contact lens. Thank you. Like, they were so desperate to recreate the success of Ocarina of Time, they forgot to really make the characters stand out on their own. Because it's like, oh, what's it called? Abby pointed out, if you read the Twilight Princess manga, that version of Link should probably be the most fucked up mentally. But because they're like, crap, how do we gotta just recreate the success of what came before, he doesn't get, you don't see any layers of Link's character in that game. Like, yeah, here's your stupid context lens. Like, quite frankly, I think I could probably call, you know, the cops on you for, you know, disorderly conduct, you know, disrupting the peace. And quite frankly, if you were blocking that pathway, we could technically say wrongfully imprisoning that half of the town. See, it's on compounded the world's old gameplay, which are just stab me. It's more boring D&D game because the. Sorry, my phone's cracked. The reincarnation, they got stuck. And I mean, yeah. I can respect, again, I can respect that you don't like it, but honestly, I do think, like, the cycle of reincarnation is something that does make the Zelda franchise's lore pretty dang interesting. Now, I can agree to an extent they don't take full advantage of it, but again. Alright, what do we got here? So this is the... I do like, in this game, that the points you build up from shopping carry on between all shops in the game. Mostly just because, I mean, this is a game that you're not really going to be spending a ton of money in shops because... At least not the item shops, because the items are usually pretty dang plentiful. And this is a game where you really want to save your money for badges. Because... Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to... Right. I don't need to come over here just yet. I mean, yes, I can drop down the sewer. And, you know, I think I will still drop down the sewer and see if there's any star pieces or whatnot over there, but... Sorry, I just really... Speaking of badges, I think the badge shop should be open now. Yep, badge shop is open. So, if it's not obvious, that's Ms. Mouse. Since... Okay, yep, I have to buy that. So basically, the in-universe joke here is that Ms. Mouse will go out, steal badges from the bosses, and then bring them back here to, you know, just sell them at a markup price. Let's see, let's stand. Okay. And she drops. It's not bad. You can even still have cycle reincarnation. Just yeah, many stories with generations. Okay. Get more star power than Mario. Yeah, we're gonna... That proved very helpful in the last game, so let's... I just want to have that just in case. I'm not... Okay, I'm not necessarily going to keep this one on. I apologize if you pick up. Oh, man. That music. Hello, SS. Hello, SSJ Cody 1. How are you? Man. This... Oh, that music. That makes me... It's godlike. That's the stuff that happiness is made out of, but because I do genuinely want to hear... Wait, why am I talking to you? I need to go to... I need some sleep. I need to regain my star power. But... Ooh. Just... I love the soundtrack to this game so much. And again, honestly, the new soundtrack is also just so good. Like, this is finally... Agreed. We love conversation, but yeah. So, ask away. Let's see. How much does Super Peel is 1? That's right. I don't have the Last Stand badge, but I have the Last Stand partner badge. Oh well. I'm still standing by my decision not to buy that one. Because, like, this remake, like, the quality of this remake, this was kind of what I was hoping we were going to get with the Tales of Symphonia remaster that we got on the Switch as well. And I mean, yes... The Symphonia one was a remaster. This is a remake. They're very different things. But... And don't get me wrong, I think the Symphonia remaster was pretty decent. It's just the frame rate issues in those few parts of the game really make it impossible to recommend it over the original, you know? But, oh man, just so far, again, quite frankly, it's sort of hard for me to recommend this game, or, I mean, it's nearly impossible to find a copy of the original game, but so far it's like, I don't know if I could recommend playing the original game over this one. So, I gotta be honest, I never knew what the point of buying these gold bars were in the original game. Also, this is important, as this is the one place you can, buy Ultra Shrooms, because I don't even think you could buy an Ultra Shroom in the original game. I don't remember if this place has any purpose other than just world building. Yeah, actually, no, I take it back. I think some of the requests... Yo, water... Yeah, no. Oh, it's so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, no thanks. I don't think I really need to ask you, since they added the Battle Master to the game, but I can appreciate... That's funny. Yeah. Thanks. I do think, like, some of the requests on the community board or whatever do have me coming down here, but I think for the most part, that place mechanically is just to talk to the guy to give you battle tactics and stuff. Let's see. Missed. Or maybe I shouldn't say missed, or it's more just didn't get it off in time. Well, fine, Dry Bones. If you don't want to watch me kick ass and chew bubblegum, that's your prerogative. Oh wow! Like I just barely found one of these things. Let's see, why is that Bob-omb pink? I don't know. Our Bob-omb companion in the first game was pink, so. Maybe just the Paper Mario games are definitely better about including everyone from all, different walks of life. But yeah, it's like, wow, I've just barely encountered these guys, and my skill level's already kind of power crept them, because I'm only getting one... oh, right. Sorry, I keep forgetting that this game doesn't have the kind of, for lack of a better word, spinning that you could sort of do as Mario in the first game. So I keep trying to do that just out of habit. I'm just activating Tattle instead. Excuse me. Part, recover HP grit. Oh, it's not bad. Alright, well... Let's see, please tell me that that companion is called Cherry Bomb. That'd be perfect. She's called Bomb Betty. Okay, I guess... Yeah, there's a couple of these things. It's like there's technically no actual point... Oh, shit. I have made... Mistakes have been made. Because I think come the later Paper Mario games, back when, the creativity started getting slashed drastically, the Bob-ombs just all went back to being all black or blue. Now, don't get me wrong, in Origami King, they actually use the fact that the Bob-ombs are all the same color to make good commentary on what life would actually be like as just a copy-paste henchman. Whoa. Bomb better barn bomb. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. I am okay. Just throat got kind of slimed up. Alright, we got granule syrup. Yeah, we're gonna also ditch the other point swap. I don't think I have ever once in any of my playthroughs of this game ever bothered with using points. What the fuck is this? This was not in the original game. This is new. What is this? What is happening? Oh! This is the warp room that I remember reading got added. Okay. What's this do? And now that's how I shortcut down to the warp room. Okay. I love how just... Fuck. Let's see, apologize. I'm energetic and super happy today. Our cat came back after running off for a week. That's sushi and... that sounds delicious. Honestly, I do not mind whatsoever. Okay, I mean, it's kind of funny. I remember saying in my stream of the first Paper Mario game that there was no, like, shortcuts that opened up to get back to the old area. Because, for the most part... Wow, okay. Because, for the most part... everything just kind of branched off somewhat neatly from the main hub, but I also can't deny I am kind of happy to have this, because it is always going to be nice to have something, I don't know, arguably a bit more convenient to connect everything together. But yeah. No need, but again, no need to apologize. Oh, excuse me. Energetic is good here. Okie dokie. Let us... Yep. Yep. I know where we need to go to... Yep. Oh. That's also new. So, again, if anyone who was here for the last stream, or heck, anyone who remembers the first game, knows that the first time we come down into the sewer to find the 1,000-year door for the first time... Oh, wow. Okay, that's also new. You didn't see that. You didn't see that either. But yeah, you would know, because again, the first time we came down, we saw that thing come out, see us get scared and flee, and then we'd occasionally see it again if we ever came down this way. But actually having it pop out and lead us back here, I'm like, okay, you could argue that's spelling it out a little too much, but I'm like, okay, if... Once again, if a small child is playing this, which I'd argue the Paper Mario games are meant to be kids' first RPG, that's kind of nice to give them the extra prompt. With how their feet move when walking, and the smoke, I keep thinking of a train and just want to keep saying chugga 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 while they run around. Hey, that's fair. Yeah. There we go. Don't worry, that wasn't you know, on the table. Nope. Of course not. I do like that it gives us the option to say guess again, nerds. You know, that's something I have always liked about the Paper Mario games and, say, the custom Robo game on the GameCube. That even if the conversation largely still goes in the same direction, it's always kind of fun to throw in some flavorful options to, you know, comment on, just to, you know, add a little extra humor. Like how in Custom Robo, when you win the tournament, you're given 3 options. And while you do ultimately still, use it as a sales pitch for your company. You can be like, it's all thanks to Harry. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, and just stuff like that. No, I'm not working for my ex. Not. Also, what the fuck was that cute little baby with the fluffy ball on its head with a light? Oh, don't worry. This entire chapter is going to be... We're rescuing the entire colony of this species, and they are hilarious and adorable. Just message from a friend. Let's see. Colony of them. Tons of fluffy babies. Let's go. Yes, we will actually get... this chapter involves commanding the entire colony of 100 punies to help them rescue their home. And I mean, I guess there's more than 100 because there is the Elder Puny. It's just... she doesn't travel with us. Puno, pleased to meet ya. Come with me through the... You may have to watch Let's Plays. I never said I paid attention. I tend to do writing or drawing work with YouTube and background nearby. Oh, no, you're good. Yep. I mean, I'm just saying, if we're made of paper, couldn't we just fold ourselves up and switch through? Again, something I do appreciate is that in the original game, outside of Mario folding up and then maybe some effects of, like, pages tearing away or whatever, the fact that the world was made of paper... was, shall we say, a hair incidental, if that makes sense. Because, like, again, the fact that you were made of paper is, in the first game, was completely incidental and doesn't actually have a bearing on anything. Because it was, the style was made, and it was like, oh, hey, the style was made, the game was designed, and then someone was like, oh, Mario kind of looks like he's made of paper, so they just call it Paper Mario. So there was nothing in the first game to lean into the fact that this is a world made of paper. This game leans into it a little bit more, again, with Mario's transformations, but that's about it. I do like it's not until, like, it might have been in Sticker Star, I can't comment because I haven't played that one, but in Color Splash especially, they really lean into the fact that the world is made of paper and cardboard. So I really do appreciate the fact that with this game, or with this remake, they are trying to include more visual things to really hammer home that this is a world made of paper. I don't know what to do in this situation, because I don't know whether to say fuck you or squee, because on the one hand, we have Beldum, the biggest transphobe who's ever transphobed, and on the other hand, we have Vivian, the sweetest baby that has ever babied, that I just want to cuddle and snuggle with, and quite frankly, she is easily was like the, I mean, yes, I didn't know she was a trans character as a kid because they censored that in the American version, but just my waifu Vivian. I believe, like, don't get me wrong, this game is remembered and loved just in general for being the best Mario RPG, but if there's one other thing people remember and love about this game, it's most likely Vivian. That's the villain's name, Grados. So, just to emphasize, not only is Beldam a transphobe, she is also, she's a gaslighting control freak. She's also incompetent. Now, again, I admit, technically, I'm spoiling the fact that Vivian is a trans woman, since we don't actually learn that until the 4th chapter, but quite frankly, this is a remake of a game that's 20 years old, and if you know anything about Vivian, just due to the sheer amount of press that this game has been getting on social media over the past month, you would know it's because Vivian is a trans character. Told and Jane's transphobe would lose their shit the same way they did at Bridget over Vivian being trans, despite, like, Bridget was the creator's intent. Like, I'm not joking. Like, so, one of my biggest regrets was when, I want to say it was late high school and college, really before, or early college, really kind of before I got my head out of my ass of my overly conservative Christian upbringing, when I heard that Vivian was supposed to be a trans character and that was censored. My default response is, well, she's not trans in the American version, and that's the version I played, so that's the version of Vivian I like. That's my waifu, because, oh, toxic masculinity, God, I can't like someone who's, forgive me for saying this, I do not mean it, I'm just paraphrasing asshole younger me. It's like, because I can't like someone who's really a man. I'm like, wow, young Luke, you're a fucking dickweed, and completely missed the point. But, yeah. Quite frankly, it's just, yeah, no. Mission statement, transphobia is bad. And quite frankly, if you're threatened by letting someone be their true self, quite frankly, you're the definition of that's the definition of you're the problem. And you can't handle people. It's like, and you're just an asshole who's like, why do people just conform to what I want because I'm a piece of shit who is unwilling to accept things? I don't know. I was trying to be more profound than just like grade school level of insults, but I'm of the opinion of, like, if you can't handle Vivian when she's her true self, or as her true self as intended, then you don't deserve her on any other level. Because quite frankly, if you dislike Vivian for being a trans woman, then I'm like, I'm sorry, you never actually liked Vivian as a character. Oh, wait, I can just use these. Yeah, I'm just going to use that. I'm a little low on flower power. Okay, that's a new feature, and I greatly appreciate that. Yeah, just since Koops is upgraded, he is going to be able to just hit much harder than I am, so I am going to try to use him to initiate all the combats that I can. Is it just me, does the frame rate feel a little choppy right now? It's not complicated. No, it's not complicated at all, but people who are just, the world's fine the way it is, even though it's not. And why are you shaking up something that only really benefits me, you know? It still is so interesting to hear that frog noise whenever I swing my hammer instead of the cricket noise that I'd kind of gotten used to from the old games, but it's the Great Deku Tree. Oh shoot, I just remembered something. I still don't regret upgrading Coops, but I just remembered there's like some spider enemies in this dungeon that I'm like, shoot, maybe I should have upgraded. Well, but then no, we still have to deal with the rocks, and Coops was really the only one who can deal with... Never mind. Upgrading Coops I still think was the better decision. I need to find more Shine Sprites so I can upgrade everybody. You're not a fool. This doesn't... rock that noggin. Let's see. I'm also fascinated to note that multiple studios have shown more in being done that bisexuals seem to be the default attraction of humanity, as it has shown to be in with the animal. Yeah, you know, and that's the thing that I really kind of like, is that one of the go-to arguments against homosexuality have been like, there isn't, it's like, well, it's not natural, based purely on, well, no other animals do that or some BS like that, which I'm like, dude, you're a fucking moron, because yes, there is such a thing as same-sex attraction in other animals. I mean, heck, apparently, like, a friend was telling me last night, there's apparently, like, a gay penguin somewhere, or a gay-presenting penguin or something, because it's like, or a trans penguin, because, while it was born male, it uses female mating calls, and has a male partner. And the argument is like, well, you can't reproduce and the species might die out. I'm like, there's way more to it than that. Plus, to quote the play Inherit the Wind, which I recommend because it's good, every species on the planet was created with its own unique strength. Like, I don't remember the other animals, but he says something as simple as a sea sponge, its strength was it's a much more durable creature. So what makes humans unique as animals is we have the ability to reason. Ergo, we have the ability to think and feel more complex thoughts and emotions. Oh, I think this is actually... so, they're purposely not really kind of showing this character because they want her to have like a big full reveal, you know, if that makes sense. But you actually showed more over here than they did in the original. Flurry's a character I have some mixed feelings on, and I will talk about it when she actually joins the party, because my mixed feelings on her are not because of anything she as a character did. It had to do with douchebag friends at the time that this game was new. And yeah, we'll... The fuck are you doing here? I am okay with them adding you as like a traveling salesman or whatever. Because again, like, he didn't show up here. The only way you could talk to this guy was in the town square. But yeah. Like, this is just, it's another thing that they're clearly added in order for the sake of making things a little, some more, you know, ease of life for the players, you know? And I am very okay with this. Okay, good, there's another Shine Sprite. No, 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 wait. That first. No. That first. There we go. Sorry, there's only a finite amount of shine sprites in the game, and I believe I'm going to need every single one of them to get all the party members completely upgraded. Well, I handled that abysmally. Get in the pipe, get in the pipe, get... Okay, we're safe. I'm not going to get rocked today. Quake Hammer. Cool. I remember as a kid, Quake Hammer was like a badge I would always use, because I thought just the idea of hitting the ground with a hammer to cause an earthquake was... And time's up. Hey, I'm sad we weren't able to get to the colony of Punies while you were here, but hey, it was glad to have you here while it lasted. See you around. Dick. Dick move, bro. Dick move. Dick move. Nope. Oh, hello. Just a wee boy. Abby has actually streamed Mario Odyssey a few years ago, so you can actually watch, you know, that if you'd like. Yeah, of course we'll do it. Let's see, it's just gameplay. No, sorry, it is commentary. I was just reading the... Yeah, sorry about that. I was just kind of taking it in. I was lost in thought, shall we say. No. There is commentary, don't worry. Yep. Yeah, again, Beldum, you're a freaking asshole gaslighting twit. Don't call Vivian a twit. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I was just kind of quiet and I was just reading it. Hey, if anyone in your life, if you have a Beldum in your life, get the Beldum out of your life. This, oh man. I hate this character. I hate this character so much. Just because of just how much she just pushes all responsibility off herself onto Vivian. And just, it's just abusive. Because again, especially knowing what we know, because again, like, it was bad enough when I was a kid playing the original American release, and it was just watching an abusive sibling. But now that I know that not only is she an abusive sibling, she's a transphobic sibling, it just, oh, Beldum makes your blood boil. Just, oh, I hate her so much. Hate her so much. Like, it is impressive of how well they created a hate sink for Beldum. It's like, I think outside of, like, you know, media made for adults, where they have villains that are truly, like, 100% deplorable, who do absolutely unspeakable things to, you know, people, you know. I'm not even going to give examples because I don't even want to think about it. I remember one time my dad played Paper Mario and he soloed it, like, without any of the companions soloed it. Is that what you mean? That's impressive if he was able to do it without the companions. Sorry guys, I'd love to fight, but I want to... Wait a second, I'm about to level up. So actually, you know what? We can fight. We can fight once, just so I can level up, and then that'll heal me up for the fight against them, since I'm 2 away from a level up. You know what? Because leveling up restores my star power, let's just make this quick. I do, and I don't really play Paper Mario, so in my eyes, he's a legend. Let's see, he played the whole game and beat most of it in like less than a week. That's impressive. That's very impressive, yeah. Alright, so do I want more badge power, or do I want flower power? You know, I'm thinking I'm going to want more flower power first, just because I kind of need it to deal with, like, the rock enemies and then just big groups and such, so yeah, we're going to do that. Let's see. Mario.
If it isn't Mario, I just kind of I'm a dick. I suck.
You've been waiting for Mario. Well, great, good, because I wasn't asking your permission. I am kind of curious. Oh, hey. Hello, some random 2.0. It's hello to see you. And Magic Energy Crystal, welcome back. It's good to see you again. Let's see. Okay, so I'm kind of curious if the... So, in the original American release, Let's just see what they say here. Let's see if it's different. We are the 3 Shadow Sis. Oh, that is different. Hey, thanks for Hey, bye. Thanks for stopping in. Oh no. Maybe it. Huh. That's interesting. Oh no. Oh no. I'm good. How about you? Oh wow. So in the original American version of the game, these 3 were called the 3 Shadow Sirens. However, as they just said, they're called just the 3 Shadows in this game. Honestly, I kind of prefer just them being called the Shadows, since they had nothing to do with being sirens. But in the American release of the game, what Vivian said there that pissed off Beldum was, they're like, we are the 3. We are the 3 Shadow, and then Vivian said beauties, and then she's like, no, we're the Shadow Sirens, you idiot. Why would you call us beauties? And then Vivian was like, well, but you're always calling us your lovelies, so I assumed that was like our official name or something. It was weird and forced, and again, it's like, I didn't question it as a kid, because I kind of assumed this was like a Cinderella story where the sisters were because like Vivian was the most conventionally attractive of the 3 of them, so they were salty over that, if you know what I mean. But just seeing what it actually was, that them getting pissed off, because she's called herself their sister, like, oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. Fuck you, Beldum. You might be the leader, but you have the least amount of HP, and you should forever be ashamed of that. So, just because I might just take them out really easy and you might not see this, all 3 of the shadows here each have a different elemental ability. Vivian is the fire the fire shadow. I keep forgetting what the middle sister's name is. She's lightning, and then Beldum is ice. Okay, that music was grand. Marilyn, that's her name. Oh, I feel... God, I hate you. Oh, you're the dragon's weakness? Oh, also welcome, some rando. Oh. Okay, I'm assuming this is your, main account, then. Yeah, it's Flurry's necklace, so let's get this back to... Right? Yep. Honestly, I'm kind of glad they took out the spinning mechanic, mostly because it didn't serve much of a purpose. Sorry. I know it's kind of weird that I'm running away from all the fights when I, did all the fights in the first game, but... It's my main... Yeah, I like that. I like your profile picture on this one. It's nice. But anyway, welcome back. But... Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Shit, I got sidetracked. But I was actually able to sleep in this morning, which thank God. I've not been able to get more than just a few hours of sleep each night. Like, honestly, I haven't had a good night's sleep in almost a year ever since I started my new job. So, yeah, I was actually able to sleep in this morning, so while that was good for my health, it did mean that I started to stream later than I would like to, so I want to make sure I at least beat this next dungeon, because I want to, unless I'm like heavily focusing on side content, and this is kind of the approach I'm taking for Edgelord's Twilight Princess stream. My goal is I want to at least beat a main dungeon each stream. Just because I think that would be a good way to make sure that these streams don't go too long. Again, admittedly, I'm sure most people are not being like, no, hurry up and get finished with these games already. We want you to play something else. But I am. Like, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love to play this game, and I could probably easily do like a 50-hour long stream, 100% completing it, and just doing extra side content that doesn't matter. But my free time is short, and I would like to, you know, show off more than just this one game. Because like I said earlier in the stream, now that I've got this game out, I am going to marathon stream every Paper Mario game, except for Sticker Star, because I don't have a way of stream. Well, A, I don't own that one, and B, I don't have a way to stream DS games. So, yeah. So, yeah. Let's see. Why is the bush floating in the house in the background? I don't have an answer for that. Oh. And this is Madame Flurry. I have very mixed feelings about Madame Flurry. On the one hand, honestly, as a unit, she's probably one of my least favorite to use in combat in this game. And I think it has to do with the fact that, kind of like Sushi in the first game, she's a unit that jumps on top of people, meaning she's vulnerable to spike attacks. But unlike Goombella, if she jumps on top of a Koopa, she doesn't flip them over. You have one, get off your screen. I'm sorry. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I probably am not going to personally use her that much after this one chapter. But yeah. Because I remember my biggest problem with her as a kid is that her personality reminded me a bit of Lady Bao from the first game. But I liked Bao better because Bao wasn't as extra, you know? Yep. So this is probably the other big mechanic that emphasizes the paper in this game. Is Flurry can possibly blow away any paper that's been pasted to the screen to hide secrets. But yeah, like my biggest issues. Okay, my biggest issues with Flurry were I don't really like personalities like her all that much. It's like it's not the worst thing, it's not the end of the world or whatever, but it's just the fact of the reality is just she's a little too extra for me. The second complaint I had with her were, well, I think that's actually been changed. Let's see. I like Lady Bao. She had her funny emote. Yeah, and that's the thing. Bao was snooty, but she could be really damn funny at times. Flurry is never funny, in my humble opinion. I would be hard-pressed to think of a single point in the game where she actually made me laugh. So that's my beef with Flurry, is I don't think she's very funny. And in a game like Paper Mario, you need to be either funny or gods, that's adorable, like Vivian is. And she's neither. At least, I don't think she's either. Yeah. Like the lady. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. But the other reason I have such mixed feelings about Flurry had to do with assholes. Let's see, report bringing up to the details of another incident. Sorry. Okay. But it had to do with just stupid guys being stupid, stupid kids being stupid kids, especially stupid boys going through puberty. In the GameCube version, I can't tell if it's happening here. Flurry's breasts would bounce a little bit. I don't really see that here. But, perverted boys, again, who are just going into puberty and discovering they like girls, they're going to make, haha, she's got jiggle physics. Isn't that, like, the funniest thing in the world? I mean, it's the same thing that happened with the Selkies in Crystal Chronicles. Because if you play a female Selkie and they lift something over their head when they walk, their breasts will bounce up and down. And it's like, please don't ruin this for me. Because this is something I like. Oh! It was marked with secret entrance. You lied to us. Anyway, but the other thing is, so in order for you to use Flurry's wind ability, Mario has to kind of blow air into her. So it made a lot of people started making jokes of either A, Mario was giving Flurry a very explicit act, or just given the placement, everyone's like, hey, Mario's blowing into Flurry's breasts. And I'm like, really, guys? I mean, I agree. I get the animation is very problematically placed or whatever, but I'm like, really? Really? And it drives me, it's like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind a crude joke every once in a while. I mean, I've made my fair share. But it really bugged me, especially growing up when I mean, heck, I'm sure most boys grew up with this problem of boys going through puberty. They showed off how mature they were by trying to make everything about sex. And it was annoying. Sorry. I'm gonna stick with Koops until I can get another Shine Sprite. Then again, I don't know if I want to backtrack all the way to Rogue's Port to upgrade Flurry or whatever, but just because he's going to be my best in combat. Crap, you got us caught, man. Why'd you do that? I know this isn't the first time we've heard the X-Nauts, at least the regular X-Nauts, talk, but I like that filter that they have over the, like the blipping noise to simulate them talking. I like the sound of that. It's good. I'm gonna rock with you and kick your ass. Huh. So these are, let's see, yeah, I find out at a very young age that I never was and never was going to fall in love with someone. And, that's hard. I mean, I'm hoping it's getting better for people nowadays, but especially So, I have a friend, very good friend. She is asexual. Now, she's not aromantic. She loves romance. But the idea of sex itself is just very off-putting to her. And it was just very difficult for her growing up because she was just constantly told, oh, well, you haven't found the right person, or yada, yada, yada. Because, like, don't get me wrong, any sexuality other than heterosexuality does not get the respect it deserves in America, or heck, other modern I'm sure there's some countries that are better, but especially not in America. But just the mere idea of, well, how could you not want to be, you know, it's like, that's just unheard of, and there's fundamentally something wrong with you as a person. I'm like, there is nothing wrong with not having the desire for, you know, romantic, physical, just any kind of attraction, you know? I can hear you both in my left and right ears, but I'm as delayed. Oh, that must sound weird. That must sound really weird. I don't know if any of the things that the peony said there were any different from the original, but I do know the whole nice stash. That's something that was always there. Yeah, no, it would be an echo. Oh, my sister, soccer blue. You know, I find it interesting that they just call it the big tree. Like, that's just what they call their house, is the big tree. Okay, but you're the size of, like, a potato. I could squash you. Are you sure you want to mouth off to the guy with the hammer? You know, I'm kind of surprised. I mean, yes, I know I don't have Flurry out with me, but I'm a little surprised that, given that, you know, Flurry is like a good friend to these people, that her working with us isn't like a point in our favor for earning their trust, you know? And yeah, also, this kind of, you know, getting Flurry and not having access to level her up yet is part of the reason I do sort of have mixed feelings on... Huh. Want to hang out at the lunch? That's funny. Yeah, that's a good joke. Okay, am I missing something? I thought all I had to do with these panels was just hit him with the hammer, but... Sorry, Coops. Alright. I'm not gonna... Because, yeah, I have partners that I need to upgrade, but in order to do that, I have to backtrack all the way to town if I wanted to do it right now. And I mean, granted, I don't have enough shine sprites to do it anyway, but I kind of feel you get what I'm saying. Let's see, want to go hang out at the big man-made living establishment? Nah, I would rather, you know, hang out at the abnormally big Okay, you know what? I can't think of a, you know, a good you just, what you said there was like really good, so I can't think of a follow-up joke, so. Let's see. Oh, you still have the frog badge on? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's right. You're one of the bigger reasons why I sometimes question whether or not I should have upgraded Koops or Goombella. Because I need someone who can jump to take this thing out. Yeah, I've always liked having the sound effect, so I always keep it on even after Hooktail's been beaten. Abnormally big wooden tree box. I like that. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna eat this real quick. Actually, hold the phone. I'm sure the answer is no. Black hole? Well, hey, welcome, Black Hole. Hey, thanks. I appreciate that. I hope I win too. I mean, yes, it was the original version, but I've played this game so many times. I think I've got a good chance of. Yeah, okay, it was worth a shot. Yeah. Excuse me. You know, I guess another reason why Flurry is usually my least favorite of the companions in this game is I feel like she's a stereotype of something, but I'm not 100% sure what, if that makes sense. Like, she reminds me like of Ursula from The Little Mermaid. And in that, it's like, I've heard from a lot of people that apparently Ursula was supposed to be based on a drag queen. I mean, that's not true. Like, if you've actually, let's see, Godzilla versus Kong. Ooh, yeah, if this was Godzilla versus Kong, I would bet money on Kong. I'd promptly lose it, but I still would bet money on Kong. But, what's what I'm looking for? The designers of Ursula have flat out denied that was true, and they've actually said that. But I think what I'm getting at is, like, Flurry's design, I always wondered, like, should I be offended? Is she a stereotype of drag queens or whatever? Yeah, I think that's what I was just trying to say. Was using the star power there necessary? No, but I did it anyway. Shin Godzilla. Okay, yeah, if we're talking Shin Godzilla, I do prefer Shin Godzilla to Kong. I mean, not as much as I like Godzilla -1, but then again, Godzilla -1 is a movie that hit me so personally that where are the other ones? They're just right there. Also, you can't tell me for a second they can't fit out of those bars. Also, she's adorable. Yes, you are correct. $2024, the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire. Yes, I have seen that one. I think it's alright. They aren't cursed like Mario who turns sideways. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair, I suppose. You know, let's see. Yeah, they are kind of cute. They really are, yeah. You know, Ms. Mouse, I remember back in the days, like, and I mean, like, this would have been early internet, you know, like, since this game came out in 2004, so DeviantArt, I don't even think, like, I'm trying to remember when DeviantArt was even properly a thing, but I remember, like, there was a trend, well, I mean, okay, there was a trend of lewd artwork for any video game character, but specifically, I saw a bunch of artwork taking Ms. Mouse and turning her into a human. Because, I mean, I don't think people did not like her as much as Vivian by any means, but, you know, Ms. Mouse does have that kind of, you know, femme fatale energy about her. Huh. That is interesting. Because I remember in the old game, the only things that would move if you blew on them were things that could actually be blown off screen. So the fact that even the environment can get blown around now, that's kind of new and kind of cool, actually. Let's get Coops back out, but just in case we get into another fight. I have found the One Piece. We're here. Rescue me. Okay, that I like that animation of them growing big and having a temper tantrum. See, I always liked Ms. Mouse just because she has a funny charm. I agree. Like, what I said in the last stream, and it still kind of holds true here, I am grateful they didn't lock the most powerful companion behind a side quest. But part of me also wishes that she was a slightly better unit than she is, because I just really remember not getting a lot of utility out of Ms. Mouse, especially given that I don't think you can recruit her until after you've recruited every other companion. And since at that point you have Yoshi, Vivian, and Bobarty, I don't... Yeah, since you've already got Yoshi, Vivian, and Bobarty, yeah, it could have, she could have had slightly better stats. Yeah, I don't know. But she is a good character, so I will say, at the very least, she does make up for it in charm and personality. So, I can't say she's a bad character, just, I wish she was a slightly better unit. Yeah, this game definitely, for the, okay, here. What a stubborn douche canoe. I really like, again, I really like that angry animation. It's so good. Like I said, we're continuing the train of mispronouncing Mario's name, and I love it. funny. Let's see. It's like the cartoon head growing bigger. Agreed, yeah. And again, it's so clean compared... Because, like, in the original game, they just expanded the sprite. Again, just due to limitations. But the fact that this one... again, because technology's better, they're able to actually make it flow and whatnot. We've been given the puny Arkenstone. It's like the laser pointer for kittens. Let's go to the mall. Oh. Sounds good. I will say, thankfully, losing punies is not the easiest thing to do in the world. So, it won't happen super frequently, but it can. Okay, I do need to put this in. Let's see, it's a plant, let's see, has the largest rings. Well then, whichever planet JV426 marries is going to be very happy because they got the biggest ring out of the deal. Okay. You, begone thought. I have achieved ultimate viewer experience. I am watching on my alt because it's less lag. PC because I got a keyboard. Congratulations, you have leveled up. Crap. Open. Okay, yeah. Cool. That's a Jesus. I assume the little X guys to piranha plants. The rate. Yep. Yep, indeed. Let's see where. Actually, you know, I'm gonna plant you guys here. I actually just want to drop down just in case there's anything down here. Yes, I did. Yes, I do remember correctly. There is a shine sprite down here. Ooh, Thunder Rage. Despite all my rage, I am still just a rat in a cage. I know. Part of me is almost tempted to go back now and upgrade somebody just so I have someone who can... That's going to take a lot of time. Alright, tally hoop. Tally hoop. Mario, let's see, Mario Moon... Dim? Mario Moon Dim? Honestly, I get it. Spiders are freaky. Oh, yeah, that thing's still kicking. Oh, okay. Oh, Mario Moon Dim instead of Sunshine. I got it. I get the joke now. I get the joke now. I'm gonna smash you. Mario Smash. Fucker. No, everyone's not accounted for. Oh shit, a lot of them ran off the side, didn't they? Alright. Oh, right, because the punies don't jump off the edge like I do. Oh, and they don't join me in the paper airplane either. Okay. You know, that's fine. I just need to get this Shine Sprite, and then we can all be happy together once more. Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right. Think about the punies that follow me around because their elder told me to, because I have no other choice in the matter. So happy together. Get in your room. Well, in that case, I believe I'm gonna have to. Channel's probably gonna be canceled now because I'm probably gonna be dead in the next, like, okay, yep, I'm dead. Good night, everybody. None of that. Shame on you. You know, I'm so close to leveling up again, I don't even feel like putting up with this crap. I want you to go back to your room and think about what you've done. I mean, you'll be dead, so you won't be able to do much thinking, but, you know, as long as you just put forth the effort to reflect on your decisions in life, I'm sure that will count for something. Boingy, 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 boing. For death. Yeah, actually, I think it's your room in heaven or hell. Yeah, that's true. Go to your room in the afterlife. Alright, let's grab some more BP. You know, the badge power is such an interesting thing to my brain, since, you know, after playing Mario RPG, which I think most people agree was like the progenitor of this game, and being like, oh, that game doesn't it's like, oh, this game doesn't use What's what I'm looking for? It's like, oh, this game, it's like Paper Mario. Oh, maybe it's more accurate to say Paper Mario's like this game, and it doesn't use badge power, just standard level ups. Which one's better? I don't know. Sorry, I don't really... I kind of went off on a tangent there. I do think it's funny. Again, just given how... Despite how similar Mario RPG is to Paper Mario, just the things that stayed the same in between the franchises and the things that were completely different in between. Sorry, I seem to remember that there were sometimes items like hidden blocks. Okay. If I am remembering correctly, the hidden blocks might not be here. Okay, this is what we're about to do. This is a mechanic I was never the biggest fan of. I was never 100% sure how to properly affect the outcome. Because it's like I lead, they go in, they start hitting each other, but it's like, I don't know, just like, do I walk around with a hammer to try to help them, or is it just luck of the draw? You're currently stuck in that game? Oh really? That's unfortunate. Because it's like, because I always just walked around swinging my hammer, hoping that somehow that was doing something. The fact of the matter is, I don't know if it does do anything, you know? Sweet. Let's go get reinforcements. I will say, unfortunately, trying to control all these guys through this dungeon is one of... It's one facet of this game I'm not as fond of, because it is kind of difficult to get that many across the narrow platforms. That's sweet. I mean, it's kind of gross that you keep think about just holding on to, you know, a spoiled produce item for days on end to give to someone, but just don't think. Oops. Yeah, this hidden. Okay, this hidden shop. That was definitely not a thing in the original. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh yeah, this was not in the original. I do not remember this at all. Oh. Oh, you were not a thing in the game either. Huh. That is... I wonder what this guy's actually gonna do, you know? Now, one thing I am very grateful for with this game is that as long as you don't leave the dungeon, any enemies you've killed stay dead. Well, that does mean that you don't get as much experience, or you can't farm as much experience as easily. Let's see. One-shot Bowser's. Oh, I'm currently stuck in that game. Strongest party member in the game. One shot. Oh, wow. Really? That really sucks. Yeah. No. Yeah, before I did, this game, well, I was doing Sonic Frontiers before I was doing this game, but I did the remake of Super Mario RPG, because I felt, okay, I love Paper Mario. Because I love Paper Mario. I should play the game that's the progenitor of it. But I must have been playing on easy mode or something, since I just cruised through that game. Then again, I did absolutely none of the side content. So, that could have also been part of it. Although, it was kind of nice to finally see why, what's it called? To actually see what the deal with Gino was. Because I've heard for years that Gino is just the most beloved character in that game. But no one ever talked about why Gino was so well loved, you know? So again, it was kind of fun to, yeah, just to actually experience him for myself. Such a good big brother. No, get mushy. Being sweet. We like being sweet around here. Okay. So yeah, this is going to be the maximum amount of punies we get for this, so. Gino is Gino, and that's why. I mean, let's be honest, there are probably plenty of people who are like, why is Vivian great? Because it's Vivian, and don't give in the better nuances why she's good. Which, I always feel that it's a bit of a disservice when you're like, why is someone good? And they just say because they're that character. And it's part of the reason why I've lost any love of the character of Batman. Because anytime we try to talk about why Batman's a great character, people just say he's Batman. And it's like, okay, but that doesn't properly highlight Batman's talents and what makes him great, you know? So it's a fundamental disservice to the character to just reduce him down to arbitrary things like that, you know? Doesn't get a superpower, and he's still good. I mean, and yeah, don't get me wrong. That being the reason, that's perfectly valid. I'm not criticizing people who just give a simple answer like that. But I am criticizing people who can't give a more, for lack of a better word, nuanced reason. Because it is a disservice to Batman as a character, in my opinion. Oh. Not lining up with him. Still not lining up with him. Oh. There we go. Got him. Jeez, that should not have been that hard. No, I love that, again, as a kid, I would ignore, you know, badges like the damage guard and the health thing, whatever, and just focus on the stuff that did the really cool stuff, like give me attacks and whatnot. And it's like, I was such a dumb kid, because just using the damage guards and damage dodges, I'm like, that is how the game kneels before you. That's how you get the game to kneel before Zod. Okay, we're gonna go through and kill off all of the spitters. Just because... Yeah, there we go. Just because we're not gonna get anywhere until they're gone. And the punies stop having a panic attack. Kill them in one hit. Why guard? I don't know, just so you don't deplete your HP. And I mean, it's like on like the bigger boss fights and whatnot where, you know, you can't, you know, kill them as quickly, and you need to make sure you don't deplete your resources. Especially, it's like if all you have are just a bunch of badges that give you special abilities, but then you keep forgetting to like buff your flower power. I mean, you're not even going to be able to use half of the powers you got. Okay, is that everyone? I think that's everyone. Missed. All right. I think the rest I'm missing are still up here. Could be wrong about that, but at the very least, I know they're somewhere. Yeah, they're right there. Shit. Okay. I don't know if it's just my controller acting up again, but... Or if the platforming's a little meh. In this remake, but I've been kind of struggling to make some seemingly simple jumps like this in this compared to the original. You know, the punies seem to be handling walking this line a little better than how they did in the original game. Okay, I've still got all 101. 101 punations. I don't even know if I'm actually doing anything with this, but I think we're gonna lose. Yeah, no. No. Yeah, I mean, I agree, but I don't fully understand. Let's see, I can't believe we lost. Oh. Oh, yeah, I guess that does make sense. I just never thought to use Flurry since, again, atypically she wasn't upgraded yet. So. I guess that does make things considerably easier. Now remember, kids, if you've got a problem with your neighbors, arson and property destruction is the way to solve all your problems. Gotcha. If violence is not the answer, you're not using enough of it. Tonight's episode of Sesame Street is brought to you by the word murder. No, it's grenades. Yeah, there's a grenade. You know, I'm surprised all the X-Nauts in the audience are willing to just sit there quietly and are not trying to actively, like, attack us. Since it's like they gain nothing by, you know, being civil or whatever. Say hello to my little friend. Alright, hold on. Okay. That's what I figured. I really needed to confirm something. I knew it. I knew there'd be a star piece back there. Sorry, what I was confirming. So, when I saw this, or when I saw, what's it called? The thing back there, I thought it was this thing. Oh, no. Oh, shut up. No one cares. Yeah, no problem. You're definitely, like, pat yourself on the back and sing praise to the Lord, hallelujah. But you're overselling it, my man. Like, you're really overselling it, my man. Yeah, you know, if you really wanted to keep me contained, you probably should have, what's it called? You really should have used a cage made out of fiberglass and not bars, because you're not gonna... This thing goes hard. Oh, yeah, this theme goes very hard. Okay, see, look, I'm pretty sure we've... Oh, yeah, you're right. Alright, sun, moon, puny star. Remember that now. There's the sun and the moon and a puny little star. By the way, that little puny that was following us around, no idea where he ended up, and still don't fully understand the significance of why that was even a thing that they added, you know? Alright, sun, moon, and the puny star. And I like that these all just roll up in different directions. Okay, just checking. I got the super boots. They are so super and spectacular and fantastic and high toadette. I can't wait until you get the crown. You know, that's gonna, you know, trigger all sorts of malarkey on the internet that's just gonna turn it upside down and introduce the world to a whole new amount of fetishes, but that is years away. Let's just enjoy the fact that you're adorable and innocent right now before the dark times. The very dark times. And totally boots. Totally, totally, totally. Oh no! I'm falling! Is there anything over that way? Oh. Yeah, I want that. I don't remember what that badge is, but it's a badge. I want it. She is awful in Mario Maker. She's focused labor onto toads without... She forces labor onto toads without pay. What a brat. Is that where... Yeah, just all joking aside, is that where Peachette was introduced in Mario Maker? Because... again, all I know about Peachette is that... Again, because I don't really play the mainstream Mario games because I don't care for them at all. Or let me phrase it, I don't care for the platformer Mario games that much. Just all I know is just one day. Hey, have you heard of Peach yet? Well, the internet's going nuts for Bowsette. Which, I'm not gonna lie. Well, I know Bowsette was basically just fetish fuel. No, that's not where she originates from. Okay. I know that technically Bowsette's just fetish fuel, that the internet's gone nuts. I'm not inherently against the idea of Bowsette being a proper thing in the Mario franchise. I mean, she could use maybe a bit of a redesign to not make her as so outrageously sexual, but even then, I still kind of... I don't know. I'm weird, and maybe I'm letting... Maybe I'm just letting fetish fuel or whatever seep out. I don't know. Then again, maybe it's better to say, like, the reason I was technically okay with it is it was just another female character in the Mario franchise. And sure, Mario isn't hurting for female representation as much as some other franchises, excuse me. But it was... I think I actually... I mean, I definitely prefer... I'm grateful that they've, like, brought Pauline back and they introduced Rosalina. Like... So I'm like, I guess maybe it'd be better if we just had more of that rather than something kind of more, you know, fetishy like Bowsette is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have the proper solution. I don't have the correct answer to that, you know. Guess that's what I'm saying from just purely from a design standpoint. Bowsette's not terribly designed. I know I've probably let people in, you know a little more about me than anyone ever wanted to, and for that, you have my apologies. And again, when I streamed the Mass Effect for the channel, I touched the butt of the Frog Assassin, so I probably already let everyone know that I was into some weird stuff. Oh, you know, speaking of, you know, me attraction in video games and other crap like that, at the time of this live stream, I've currently got a poll going. So, what's it called? Baldur's Gate 3 won the fan poll that I ran to see which game people wanted me to take edgelord through next. So, yeah. If you, okay, words. So, the Baldur's Gate 3 won, so that's the next game that edgelord's going to go through. And I said that I wanted to give every aspect of edgelord's existence in Baldur's Gate to the control of the fans. So what I have going right now is you guys can vote on which character edgelord romances. Now, it doesn't include every romance option in the game. I've excluded Shadowheart due to the fact that I romance Shadowheart in my personal playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, so I want to see something new when I dig it through with edgelord. I've excluded the Drow Paladin because... The restrictions I did is I kept it to the original 6 characters that have tadpoles in their heads minus Shadowheart for character reasons for edgelord. But I guess the point is, if you want to, you know, have a say on who edgelord ends up romancing in Baldur's Gate 3, that poll is active right now as of the time of streaming this. That poll, I'm going to leave that up through Saturday. Then I'm going to move on to the next poll, which is going to determine... And then we'll move... I'm not 100% sure what's the next, like, the next one I'm going to do, but I'm going to let you guys decide edgelord's race, edgelord's class, edgelord's subclass. Edgelord is a they, them, so that is the pronouns they will use in this game. But I am gonna let you decide like what their biology is gonna be, because like in Baldur's Gate 3, you can have a masculine or feminine presenting body, while then having the reproductive organs of the other biology. So yeah, I'm gonna let you guys vote on how Edgelord's body presents. Alright, maybe Flurry can blow something away. Class, subclass. Is that everything that I was gonna have you guys vote on? I think that might be. But yeah, like I said, that's active right now if you want to partake in that. I'm pretty sure. How much do you know about One Piece? Basically nothing. I never watched One Piece. The closest thing I ever did to watching One Piece was when I watched Purple Eye's WTF's Nun Piece parody. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I am so stupid. Sorry, Coops. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, it's one of those, by the time I started getting into anime, there was just so much One Piece that I just felt a little intimidated with starting it, so I kept being like, oh, I'll start that one later, Then later never came due to just life getting busy and other things like that. And... oh, shoot, hit my microphone. Shrink stop. And then now it's just been so long, there's even more content than there was, you know, nearly, 15 years ago when I did kind of start getting into anime officially. But yeah, it's just... yeah. I just don't know if I have the time in my life, enough time in my life, basically, to get into it now. Especially since, I don't know, I know anime is not a genre or anything like that, and that's something that I always have to argue with people who are like, I don't like anime. But for me, at the very least, it's kind of the same reason why I don't read a ton of books. It's because I struggle to find books that hold my attention. And that's just a big problem I've run into, is that I struggle hard to find animes that are about things that I like, that hold my attention, and don't have... let's see, do you know who Mr. 2 is? I unfortunately do not. I know... the characters I know are Luffy, Nami, Zolo, Sanji. I basically know, like, the original, like, main Straw Hat Pirates, and that's about it. Even then, I don't know much about them, I just know of them. Yeah, just anytime I come across an anime, I'm like, that sounds like it could be interesting. It could be about something I find interesting. It's got copious amounts of fan service or humor that just doesn't appeal to me. Like, just one big example. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Was one big example is someone recommended the anime Soul Eater to me, because... oh, shoot. When did I lose some of the punies? And just in, like, the very first episode, it was just a ton of fan service, you know? Okay, that's a big problem. How do I... did I just soft lock myself? No, there you are. That was weird. So I'll say, like, there's no way I could get down. Let's see, Zolo. Sorry, I just pissed off when someone says Zolo instead of... Oh, it's Zoro? Huh. I have only ever heard people refer to him as the name Zolo. So, I apologize about that. 'Cause, again, I didn't know. I've only ever heard the incorrect pronunciation. Just because, again, I don't watch the show. I don't read the manga or whatever. Hey, asshole, that's mine. No, you're not good. Words. There's like one anime that I found, or that Abby found recently that I actually do really like. We like binged the 2 seasons. It's actually based on an otome game called I Was Reincarnated as the Villainous, All Routes Lead to Doom. What? Okay, so did the otome come second? Okay. Abby was just screaming at me from across the apartment. The otome game came second, apparently. Either way, and that anime was just funny, because like the premise of that one is a girl, yeah, a 18-year-old Japanese girl. She dies and then reincarnates as the main villain from her favorite otome game, and she's like, crap, the villainess, you know, ends up having just a horrible conclusion in every route of the game. That means I'm doomed to, you know, be miserable. And she's doing everything she can to try to subvert the bad endings. So much so that she ends up getting everyone in the game to fall in love with her instead of the, you know, the main character of the video game, including the main character of the video game. And she's just too stupid to realize everyone's falling in love with her. And it's pretty dang funny. And it thankfully doesn't indulge in the copious amounts of fan service that ultimately... I want to be clear, I am not inherently against fan service, as long as it's not overly gratuitous and in your face to the point that it kind of subverts anything else that... Oh, wait, let me drop that pipe. The point that it just kind of subverts anything else the show is trying to do, and it just comes really distracting, or the fan service is about underage characters. And before anyone says, well, Japan has different consent laws, I'm like, yeah, I understand that. But I am not from Japan, I am from America, and I only want to consume media that's not going to make me uncomfortable given just the sensibilities that I have. That's not in of itself a condemnation of Japanese culture or whatnot, it's just I'm not comfortable watching anime that overly sexualizes underage characters. Like, the closest I'm willing to put up with is maybe Sailor Moon. And again, I do still want to use the word terms maybe with that one. Yay, Elder! Oh, and I love that just the more that they scream, the bigger they get and the smaller Crump gets. Elder power activate! Oh, I love that model. Oh, they overexerted themselves. Yo, bitch! Again, I love the fact that even though the Elder hurt their back, they can't actually stop you from leaving. So he's like, well, I could just step over that thing, but nah, I'm gonna stop, back up, jump in my Eggman bubble, and fight you. Instead of, I don't know, you can still jump in the Eggman bubble and then just fly away in the opposite direction. But no, he's got to take the Eggman bubble and turn it into a Chinese takeout container of doom. Oh, I love Crump. Crump is the highlight of the villains in this game. It's like, yeah, he's not super evil or super effective, but he's entertaining. Because, like, the leader of the X-Nauts is a little too boring for me to have strong feelings about him one way or the other. He's just generically evil. And Beldam just makes my blood boil so badly that I just... No, I do not like that. Timing's not great with some of these attack patterns. How much can I do to you with the power smash? Yes, I can do more damage against you with the power smash. Hey, you made half my audience run away, jerk. I was depending on them for appeal points and shit. Good. I actually timed that one pretty good. Oh, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. Rocket-powered fists. Guess what I have? Lightning-powered black pockets. Well, yeah, we did just cause lightning to break through the roof, so I guess it makes sense that it would knock one of the lights off the ceiling. I want to see a show about the villains, and no, I think that'd be fun to see. I'd pay to see a show just about the villains in this game. Just as long as, let's see, they have no redeeming qualities. I mean, I like, no, don't get me wrong. I like villains with no redeeming qualities either. A villain that doesn't have redeeming qualities is not a detriment to a villain being good. I want to be very clear about that. In fact, dare I say, part of the reason why some some people's like D&D villains tend to kind of fall flat is because they're like, no, you need to have a villain that has redeeming qualities, and if they're completely, bad with nothing else, then that makes them bad villains. Like, no, you can have villains that are irredeemable, they just have to be interesting. Like, what was it? The animator of Scar from The Lion King, he said, I'm trying to remember his exact phrasing, but basically it boils down to, you can have a villain, scream, you can have him call names, they can have him, hit people, a lot of things that are just generically cliche villain activities, but the villain needs to be interesting first before he does all that. Because if the villain is interesting, it doesn't matter if their actions they take are not necessarily groundbreaking and unique, Like, dare I say, the reason I really hate Disney's Maleficent, specifically the one with Angelina Jolie, is because they took a character, Maleficent, who's probably one of the best examples of a villain with no good qualities. And when I mean good qualities, I mean redeeming, like, moralistically good, and tried to make her a misunderstood character. And I'm like, that's not what we like about Maleficent. And I love just the train of them all just trying to escape. Yep, I don't think we're going to be able to get the doors out. Those might be stuck here forever, but we can... Everything else can go back. As long as we just prop the doors open so you guys can get in and out, we should be fine. Yeah. I definitely want to say that I consider this whole area of the game, I find it to be the most visually interesting area of the game, because I like because it manages to be like just have a muted color palette while still being colorful, if you know what I mean. All right, here we go. Oh shit, that's not what I meant to hit. So, yeah, I said this in the last stream. It is a shame to me because the Peach segments in the first game were often super, super, super fun and were often a highlight of the games. But I really don't like the Peach segments. Sorry. Just got a message from a really good friend, just quickly responding to it. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Let's see. I love this guy because he's such a good example of a bad villain. Yeah. Like I said, I don't dislike him. It's just, unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of standout moments to me that makes any one of them stick out in my memory. He's just evil, if you know what I mean. Whereas, say, someone like Crump, I can point to specific moments of the game where I'm like, yeah, I like this guy. Like I said, I don't know how I feel about Peach's. Just again, tech. I don't mind. Yeah, he's a bad guy. Sure, he's just on the throne and does nothing else. Yeah, that exactly. It's like I don't mind the whole idea of a robot gaining self-awareness. And see, a good villain, in my opinion, is actively goes out and does bad things. Yeah, you know, not to disagree with that point, but to kind of be like one example of a villain that technically doesn't go out and do a lot of bad things, but is still a great villain was Lord Zed from Power Rangers. Because Lord Zed, not counting when they brought Lord Zed back for the new series, Lord Zed only ever actually goes out and directly engages with the heroes once. Whereas he sends out a bunch of other villains to do his, business for him, or his work for him, but he's still a good villain because he is just funny and memorable, and hell, he's got a great design. Okay, I admit this is kind of funny. But I guess just kind of what I don't, like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of Tech compared to Twink from the first game. I mean, yeah, you could say that there's arguably more to Tech than there is Twink, and which is true. Okay, this is way more visually interesting than it was originally. Yeah, originally it wasn't rating you on like rhythm game things, just had to hit the button presses, you know. Interesting. Yeah. No, I agree. It is hard. Because, like, another issue you run into, especially with villains who don't come out and interact with the heroes a ton, well, you run into two issues. Like, one of the biggest problems with villains, in my opinion, is if they don't interact with the heroes enough, you run the risk of them being sort of non-entities. But if they interact with the heroes too much, you run into the issue of why don't they just kill the heroes here, and or why don't they just kill the heroes here, or if the heroes manage to defeat them early on, it kind of strips away the villain's credibility as a threat, if that makes sense. It's kind of like, just as an example, what's a good example? I know this is more like a villain relationship rather than a villain and hero relationship. It's one of the reasons why I'm not the biggest fan of the relationship between Starscream and Megatron in the G1 cartoon. Because just given all the problems that, Starscream does for Megatron, you just kind of have to wonder, it's like, okay, if Starscream is such an issue for Megatron, what benefit is there? Shit. I have never done this poorly. You know, I'm just gonna count that as a wash and mulligan. Because it just makes you wonder, like, why doesn't Megatron just deal with Starscream now? Why does he subject himself to, like, the humiliation? I'm not making a good point. I apologize. That's not the best comparison, actually. Yeah, I always loved these segments in this game. I think there's only two, sadly, where you actually get to play as Bowser in a parody of old school Mario side-scrollers, but they're fun. The two times you get to do them, they're fun. And I really appreciate that. Okay, so do you guys remember when I told you, when we came to Petalburg last stream, to remember that there's a Peach fanboy in town? Peaches, 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 peaches. And I love the fact, since everyone's made of paper, it wasn't immediately recognizable that that wasn't Peach. Again, it's a great use of the world being made of paper, you know? Hey, Bowser, we still love you for it. Because, you know, something I do rather like about Mario Odyssey is you kind of get that scene at the end of the game after Peach rejects both Bowser and Mario's marriage proposal. Is both of them just kind of sitting in solidarity. It's like, yeah, we're villains, but in a weird way, they've kind of come to appreciate and depend on each other, you know? It's, yeah. Okay. I'm thinking when I head back, I'm only going to upgrade one of my partners because I want to save some shine sprites just in case I don't get enough before I recruit. Like, again, just spoilers, I guess. This is a 20-year-old game. The next character we're going to recruit is Yoshi. And I want to make sure I've got enough Crystal Star or Shine Sprites to upgrade Yoshi. Because Yoshi, a lot of Yoshi's skills are actually essential for the beating of the next level. Plus, he's also just one of the best companions to use in combat in general. So, yeah, for that reason, even though I think I've got enough, just want to confirm that. I do have enough Shine Sprites to upgrade both Flurry and Goombella. I'm only going to upgrade one of them. Like I said, I'm fairly certain we will get enough in the next chapter to upgrade Yoshi, but, you know, just in case. Yeah, there is something funny about Mario. Yeah. At times. I feel too many Mario games play Mario a little too straight. Like, he's meant to be the straight hero, you know? They don't let Mario shine enough. Yeah. Now, again, that's not to say Mario can't be funny, but they don't, yeah, I just don't feel enough Mario games really let Mario shine as a character with a sense of humor, you know? There we go. What do we got? Happy Heart Badge for partners. Nice. Yeah, I think it is part of the reason why Luigi does have a more active fan base than, say, Mario, because Luigi's allowed to be a lot more colorful a lot more frequently, you know? Let's see, Mario's the main character of the series, but name one person that's favorite character is Mario. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of the same reason why I think most people's, like, their favorite Muppet is never going to be Kermit, or Mickey Mouse is never going to be their favorite Disney character. It's because they fill the role. I love the fact that they let all of your partners come out now for this scene. That is, I like that. I like that a lot. Because it does a lot to make this all feel like it's a joined effort, you know? So everyone gets to partake in the ritual of whatever. I'm also excited because this next chapter, it's basic and arguably a bit repetitive, but I think this is my favorite. This is my favorite chapter of the game. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh, yeah. Yes, we kind of knew that already. Oh, so cage fighting. Awesome. Paper Mario, but it's first person. Don't know how I'd feel about that. Because if it's first person, it couldn't be... Oh, Yeah, I don't know how I'd feel about that, so I'm gonna have to... Yeah, so now we are gonna have to interact with the... Oh. Thanks, Dad! Zippy! Oh god, he looks like he's possessed. Thank you for letting me skip that. Again, no, maybe later. Just in case. Again, just in case I need to save the shine sprites for Yoshi. Okay. I'm gonna need to... You know what, screw it, we're gonna hear it now. Well, I went to the Rumble Volcano and got myself a marvelous compass piece. It was an incredible quest. There was danger of all sorts of adventuring. It was pretty harrowing, bro. Want to hear how it happened? It's a long story. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here it goes. As soon as my ship docked at the Pudding Continent, I set out for the volcano. To reach my destination, I spent several days fording through the dense jungles. Scary beasts were all over. More than once I thought I was done for, bro. I may have screamed a bit to scare them off, you know, but as fate would have it, a blooper named Bluey heard me shriek and found me in this one town. Bluey was on a journey of his own, but he joined me after hearing my tale. Now Bluey's a madman. Back in his hometown, he's called White Torpedo. Yeah, he's a tough guy. Anyway, he helped me fight to Rumble Volcano. The place was about as bubbling lava pools and heat that made the sun sweat. And the place was lousy with evil traps designed to protect the compass piece. The scariest one of all was this giant 100-foot tall statue that stomped around. Now, the weakness of the giant statue, bro, was a red gem on his forehead. Now, I can't jump high. I can jump high, but not high enough. So to reach this thing by a long shot. So I came up with a plan for Bluey to hit the weak spot. All you, man, I said. I waited for the pause in the statue's movement and hucked Bluey up there. And bullseye! The white torpedo saved the day. The jewel got whacked. It was a critical hit, and that stone statue toppled and crumbled into pieces. Once that was done, it was an easy stroll to the room where the treasure was. Fortunately, Princess Eclair was nowhere to be found. But I got another compass piece of the marvelous compass and put it in the base. Now the compass pointed west to Plump Belly Village in the Strudel continent. So I set sails once again and came back here to Roguesport to recharge. That's what happened to me lately, but I'll be heading back out soon. Want to hear about something else? No, we're good. So then, part of the reason why this stuff with him is so side-splittingly hilarious is after, from this point forward, he's gonna have a partner with him, and, hey, I'm Bluey. This guy's a total liar, don't listen to him. You heard his story, right? Well, he did try to throw me, but he completely tripped. And what happens? I end up landing in lava. Lava, man! You think that feels good? Thanks to him, you can stick a fork in me. I'm all done. My pale skin's crispified. I'll never forgive this guy. I'm gonna make him pay if it takes my whole lifetime. That's the only reason I'm still hanging out with him, you pay, Luigi. So yeah, going... Oh. Okay. Okay, that's sound advice. The first attack badge is good. Yeah, definitely write this down. But yeah, the humor comes from the fact that Luigi will tell a story, and then the companion will either be like, yeah, here's what really happened, and or be like, okay, there's more to this story than he's letting on, or something like that. First attack enables you to defeat weak foes with the first attack in the field. Yeah, that is a good one. Okay, I'm gonna hold off just because, yeah, it's helpful, but I don't necessarily need it. At the moment, anyway. Plus, I'm kind of at a point where I really want to hold on to as much of my cash as I can. At least for a bit longer. I am so amused that they have these, you know, boos here. Kind of wearing, like, cat ears to sort of imply... That's basically the boo equivalent of, like, you know, those bunny costumes you see, you know, like the Playboy bunny costumes or whatever. Alright, to the east. Look to the east! Actually, let's do one other thing real quick. There it is. I also like the fact that this game... So, in the original game, the blooper just kind of sat there. It just was a stationary model. So it's kind of fun that they're actively showing the bloopers raging to really emphasize that Luigi's full of shit. So that's fun. Yeah, well, that tree didn't seem so great to me. You're putting words in you're putting words in people's mouths, man. Again, I'm not gonna... I'm kind of curious if there's going to be a warp pipe to freaking, what's it called? To the Glitz Pit, since it's just a thing flying in the air, you know? Actually hold the phone. Because we technically left Roguesport and then came back. Has your stock changed? There's a very specific badge I'm waiting for you to have. You know, it just kind of occurred to me, if I can, like, spread my curse to my partner so they can slide through like that, why couldn't I also do that to, you know, the punies in that last area to help them slip through the bars? Hey. 64 coins. That number seems important for some reason. Fried mushroom, then dizzy dial. I'll need to empty my pockets a bit so I can actually purchase those things. Minecraft stack of coins. I'll take your word for it. I've never played Minecraft. Sorry, I don't know why I came back here. I hope clicking on that didn't mess up the... Stack 64... Stack is 64 of one item. Oh, okay. Good to know. Yes, I will get on with my bad self. Oh. It tortures me that it's out of my reach. I won't be able to get that until I get Bobberty. Hey! I'm still not sure if you're an offensive stereotype. How's it going? Well, that's one way of putting it. The crime boss's daughter eloping. It's a tale as old as cliche. Yeah, then you might not know that much about me, but I give off main character energy. That's... Hey, well, thanks for being here. See you later. I like that those two actually seem to have, like, a different model for them being intimidating. That was not a thing in the original game. Again, I just really appreciate that this game is using the increased power of the modern hardware to, you know, have more, you know, just have more animations. I don't think it counts as me leaving yet. No, but I still just wanted to check. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, right? I will. You too. There we go. Oh, dang it. Oh, that's right, that mouse over there. Okay, I forgot about him. These two are adorkable. I love a good love story. Yeah, no, I agree. Oh. That was not my intention. At all. Okay, so this guy. This is a missable side quest. Uh-huh. Yeah. You'll have to invest in him a couple times at specific points throughout the game. So yeah, I think you have to invest in him a couple points in the game, and if you fail to do so at each point, you won't get the payoff. Because he does eventually find oil, and you do end up getting a shit ton of money out of it. So, it is worth your time to maybe even go out of your way to grind some cash. And the good thing is that the next place we're going to, the Glitz Pit, or Glitzville, it's a very effective way to grind cash out. And you'll see what I mean when we get there. Now, just a heads up, I am going to be ending the stream once we get the tickets to Glitzville. I'm going to save that for next time. Yeah, I know. I technically did the douchey thing of telling them, but it's one of those things that no matter what you do, the outcome's the same. precious. So precious. You know, Dad, I mean, boss! Heck, even this is a more dynamic camera angle that this whole scene's taking place in. Because, yeah, in the original game it was just stuck in the atypical 2D side view. Sweet. Fair enough. We'll see ya. We will see you later. Like, that is true. Because you are involved in one more quest. But that's not until, like, the very, very end of the game. I think there should be a... There, yeah, here's a save block. Alright. With that, I am going to bring today's stream to a close. I was really glad that I got to stream this again so soon. It's going to kill me, knowing I'm probably going to have to wait till next Saturday before I play this game again. But, oh man, it's good to have this game on modern hardware. Yeah, if you want to join the Discord, there is a link in the description, and there's a link to our Twitter in there as well. If you want to stay up to date with our streams, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. And yeah, if you want to say in, other games that we could, that we should play, we have an official suggestions channel on our Discord, which is where we take that's the only place we accept game suggestions, just for the sake of keeping things straight. I can't promise we will play the game suggestions, but if you have games you want to see us play, that's the place to do it. Also, as of right now, and for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be having a bunch of polls going for my edgelord character streams. So if you want to partake in that, there is links in the community channel, as well as I've posted it to both Twitter and Discord. So if you want to partake in that, just head on over there. And yeah, I'm not sure when, but I will see you then. You guys have a good rest of your day.